Hi, I'm Hani Raghi from Cairo, and my guest today, he's not really a guest, his leading figure in intravascular imaging is Ziad Ali, who's been trying very, very hard to convince the cardiology community to save more lives by intravascular imaging. And as much as he was successful in the imaging itself, as much as we're all still failed, unfortunately, to get it universally adapted. So it is an opportunity of a lifetime for me to be sitting with Ziad here. What Today you showed the totality of evidence. I don't think I've seen a more crowded slide in my life on how intravascular imaging saves lives. And you actually said that stents don't save lives, and yet they're universally used. Tell us very quickly, what would be your suggestion to different healthcare practices, whether in high-income countries or middle or low-income countries, on how to increase the level of life-saving intravascular imaging, which you are, and this is not a compliment, which you are a guru of, Ziad.
Well,
Please.
thank you, Henny. So, first of all, I think the evidence for intravascular imaging is irrefutable, right? As I showed today, you have a tool that reduces target vessel failure by about 40%. You have a tool that reduces cardiac death and overall death. So really, we've tackled all of the naysayers for this device. And personally, as you saw in one of my slides, I like to call this a glass half full. I'm delighted at the progress of intravascular imaging globally. We were at about 11% in 2011, and 15 years later, we're at almost 30% in the United States. So that's a significant adoption. Now, we haven't hit 100%. I don't think we will, but if we get to the 40 or 50% mark, I think that's really excellent. Where do you get the most bang for your buck? I think we showed that, and that is in complex lesions. Although I must say, you get evidence and benefit in all patients, not just complex lesions. But in complex lesions, that delta might be larger. One other thing that we've been talking about is also that part of the benefit of intravascular imaging may be the application of the algorithmic approach, right? MLD max. Check the morphology, do you need to do lesion prep? Check the length, make sure you're normal to normal. Put in the biggest device size, make sure you post-dilate, co-register, and then at the end, check for problems in your stent with medial dissection, apposition, expansion. I think what's really cool is we're going to get at least half of that with CT.
Okay.
Right? So CT can give you morphology, can give you length and diameter. That's universal. Anybody can get a CT. It's highly cost effective. It's globally available. And now with the new tools like AI interpretation, if we thought intravascular imaging was hard to learn how to interpret, CT's much harder on a plaque and lesion level because of resolution. And then we have some X-ray technologies that are changing the game for MAX, right? Using enhanced angiography to be able to look at stent expansion, 3D stent by GE, you can actually measure the minimal stent area. So I think we are evolving with the times that it's more than just the angiogram.
Thank you, Ziad. You mentioned AI in CT. I would like to take AI in intravascular imaging. So, I mean, where I practice, one of the major limitations, apart from cost, which is a limitation everywhere, but is people not knowing what to do with the images and being cumbersome and being difficult to acquire, taking time. But if AI can drive us faster in this aspect, it might actually lead to more adoption. So where are we as far as artificial intelligence in IVUS, for example, in interpretation, giving us a report there and then?
So I think we're getting better. As you know, obviously, Ultron 2.0 has artificial intelligence for identification of external elastic lamina and also for calcification. SpectraWave, which is a new OCT system, has the same, also includes near-infrared spectroscopy on the OCT front. But for IVUS, right now what we have for artificial intelligence is really Boston Scientific's Avigo Plus system, which helps identify the lumen and the external elastic lamina so you can do plaque burden and make measurements. I think we're probably going to see a rapid adoption of this. Ultron 3.0 has some new features of artificial intelligence, which will take this the next step, which includes lipidic plaque, which I think is important. But we've jumped the gun again in CT. We already have it all.
Yeah.
You've got lipid, you've got fibrous, high attenuation, low attenuation. Now, the next question that's going to be the next revolution is what makes angiography so easy is it's very easy to interpret. Fat part on the bottom side, fat part on the top side, stick the stent in between. It's much more challenging both with intravascular imaging as well as non-invasive imaging because the reality is a lot of these arteries are riddled with plaque. So when there's disease, where can you land safely? That's where I think AI can really help you because it'll give you some characteristics of the plaque that potentially can find the safest place in a bad zone.
That will be fantastic. We're looking forward to that. I could sit here and talk for the rest of the day, but they've given us a time limit. Thank you so much, Zia.
It's great to see you.
Wonderful to see you too. Bye. Thank you.